Hello, friends. Welcome to day 3 of the challenge. Can you believe it? I think this is going to go by very quickly. So, hi, future Allison. I'm glad to have you in the chat here. And I think it will be really great for more people to start showing up because as we are moving further and further away from the zodiac season of year that we are talking about, we're gonna have to really feel into that energy, because right now, we've talked about Capricorn and we're right in the middle of Capricorn season. We are talking about Aquarius today, and we are soon going to be moving into that season, so it's easier to connect to that energy. So it will be great to have more interaction of how to see how everybody else feels about the seasons that are upcoming, as they're going to be further and further away. It's easy to tap into the energy while we're here. Once we move further away into the distant seasons, it'll be great to have different people chime in, especially if you are if your sun sign is in that season. It's easier for you to be vocal and express how you feel about each sign. Eventually I want you to start thinking about that time of year, because that's the easiest way to connect to those energies. Again, like I mentioned yesterday, is start thinking about your friends and family, and maybe if you don't know their birthdays, asking their birthdays, and kind of because a lot of times we often don't really know ourselves as well as we know other people's really big characteristics that stand out about them. So start asking your friends and family what their birthday is so that you can figure out their sun sign. It's even better if you're able to look at their entire chart and see what their big 3 energies are. So I don't know, grab a cup of tea. We're talking about Aquarius again today, or coffee or soda or whatever it is that you drink in the morning to start your day. I'm going to grab my mala, and again we are going to use the Om chant, because the more I was thinking about it, the more I was kind of feeling like maybe we might have to save the soul star for another. And I just really felt like the chant Om connects us to the collective. The chant Om is everything. It means everything. So we're just going to use that chant again this morning. Let me switch over here. We're just going to jump in with that really quick. That way, if anybody has to go and doesn't want to hang out and chat, then they can go and just kind of start with this morning practice. I've found that, so I'm leaning up to stay in frame of the camera, and I've found that I don't like chanting like that. I need to lean back, and just so that if anybody knows and they have anybody here finds it difficult to meditate or do breath work or get into that frame of mind, if you are leaning forward, this is stimulating your mental activity. And when you lean backwards, you're allowing your chakras to kind of align in the kind of way that they are supposed to. So leaning back, it also is pressing on your spinal cord, so it activates that flow of energy of cerebral fluid. So leaning back is actually better for getting into a meditative state. However, it might be helpful to lean forward since it's starting your day. So I don't know. I'd like to keep this in frame anyways, so that's just how we're going to do it, and we'll try not to get tripped up on on the missing piece here, but here we go. We're using the chant Om, O-M, to help us connect to our crown chakra, because it is, or I feel that it is associated with the Aquarius zodiac sign. But if you feel differently, please type in the chat if you feel there is another chakra that it connects to, because I do believe like more than one connects to each zodiac sign, but that's just what we're using to be consistent today. So here we go. Om, 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 Shanti, Shanti, Om. I think I went somewhere else there for a second, so as you can see, I have, so how this mala specifically works is these chipstones, the first section here, represent the air element, which is corresponds with Aquarius, and then it switches to fire, which is the direction of the south, and then it alternates it back again to water, and we go all the way around. So like it changes shape. Like these have bigger ones, these are smaller ones, and then these are chips, and then it goes to round and then chips and back again. So I really felt like I started off with these first chips, and then I don't even think I felt these chips here. So that definitely took me way up into my crown chakra. Let me hold these black stones to kind of come down a little bit. So even though we did the chant Om and and we were talking about the crown chakra, I do feel like that chant still works for the soul star chakra as well. So I will pick a soul star chakra card for us today. And I was also going to read a little bit from the author who made this deck and also There's a corresponding book that goes with it, The Ultimate Guide to the Chakras. So I'll read a little bit about the Soul Star Chakra. This is a card for everyone who's watching now and who will be watching later. Spiritual development. The events of your life, past, present, and future, are coming together right now in ways that you can recognize. And as you release your grasp on time and space in your spiritual development, you will be able to see connections even more easily. Enjoy this new perspective and allow it to bring you a new level of peace. Focus your attention and intention on the intimate and subtle relationship among all things. As you gaze at life's unfoldings from this space of heightened awareness, allow your knowing to deepen your compassion for others. The crystal they recommend is scolecite, and the herb is jasmine leaf. And my number one Aquarius stone is really amethyst. It's also my number one crown chakra stone. And I do really feel that soul star connection, like this card that we pulled, I feel is very connected to Aquarius energy. So she says, the 9th chakra is our connection to the stars. Again, it's a foot above your head, and it's basically the opposite of the Earth star chakra that we talked about with Capricorn. It is our portal or access point to other dimensions and provides us with encouragement to pursue ascension and spiritual development in this life. For some, the call of the soul star chakra is louder and harder to ignore. For others, the call is subtler. So if you have a pretty prominent Aquarius in your chart, you might feel more connected to these upper chakras, versus if you have more Capricorn, you might be more connected with your lower chakras. Whichever way this chakra speaks to you, you can draw from this well of soul strength for inspiration and courage. It's 12 inches above your head and is your aura's uppermost point of contact with the broader energy field. Its Sanskrit name is Satara, which means holy star, and it reflects the sacred nature of etheric energies that reside beyond the physical chakra system. When this chakra is open and energy is flowing well through it, you feel a sense of embodied peace. I also kind of feel like this helps us connect to the moon's energy as well, and connect to the celestial energy in the universe. And I think that helps us tap into the collective energy as well. So now we are moving from, we're kind of like in the middle of the week. So we started off the week with Earth laying a foundation, getting things started and growing. And now we're kind of like, we're halfway through the week and we're like, okay, what did work? What didn't work? It's hump day. It's like, what can we use the rest of the week to finish up, to close out before moving into the weekend. With a waning crescent, with increasing light, we're growing, and our energy is slowly, one step at a time, increasing. And then when we would get to a full moon in Aquarius, the message here is show the world the real you. So with the new moon, we're saying to bring love into a situation, bringing something unique to a situation, whereas the full moon is just shining that light bright. I think for the 2023 planner, I'm going to have with the descriptions of all the zodiac signs, I'm working on having a waning energy for each sign and a waxing energy for each sign, because it does feel different, and it also helps you on a personal level if you are an Aquarius. Well, how does an Aquarius turn off their brain? How do they stop from thinking, because they're air signs and their brain's always going. So how does an Aquarius relax when it's waning, versus right now you want those ideas to be flowing, you want that energy to increase, the ideas to come through. Whereas if we were in a waning moon phase, how do you turn off your brain? How does an Aquarius turn off their brain? And same thing for at all of the other different signs. How does a Capricorn stop achieving and let themselves relax? How does an Aries recover after burning out all of their energy? So that's one thing that I'm kind of looking at, but it's also a great way for looking at and understanding these different zodiac energies in different light, literally in different light. So I hope you have a wonderful hump day. I thank you so much for joining me on this challenge. We're on day 4. So help come up with ways that you feel that you tap into Aquarius energy, how you feel on Aquarius days. Make sure you're noting that in your mood tracker. Make a point to do that every day, every morning. Find a time that works best for you. If you've been trying it every day in the morning so far to write in your mood tracker and it's not really working out and you're not really feeling it, try a different time of day. Try lunchtime. Try before you go to bed at night. Or if you are noticing, I feel way different in the morning than I do at night, then maybe kind of do it twice. Or in the morning, record the previous days, and then so that you're able to see how you feel throughout the day, and then the next day be like, oh, well, yesterday I didn't feel like this, and you just kind of figure out what works for you. And that is the point of Aquarius, is to be uniquely you. Let your freak flag fly and do the things that make your life easier for you, not for anybody else, just for you. So I hope you have a good day. I was trying to keep this one short. I hope that I did. And we will see you tomorrow for Pisces.